So Zack Snyder has recently shown the first look of Green Lantern. He was supposed to be in Justice League, and he's got a first look. Whoop-de-doo. Can't really tell anything because of the camera quality shit. But this is just Zack Snyder, you know. We all seen how Zack Snyder is. Over the past few years, he's just been feeding fans breadcrumbs, saying, "Oh, look at my movie you could have had. Look at my movie you could have had." It's just like, come on now, dude. He's just adding fuel to the fucking fire every week. The war between fans and Warner Brothers for Zack Snyder's movies. He knows what he's doing. Why else do you think he keeps doing this shit? For years, he's been on his little Vivo account, just showing all these pictures of his Snyder Cut that we haven't seen in Justice League. Honestly, at this point, like, I want them to restore the Snyderverse. I'd love to see a Justice League 2. I'd love to see a Justice League 3, Man of Steel 2. I want to see those movies, but at this point, I can see why Warner Brothers isn't going through with Zack Snyder. It's because all of his movies have underperformed or done basic ass numbers. Like, Marvel has Iron Man 3, all the Avengers movies, Black Panther, Civil War. They've all done $1 billion. Even Captain Marvel did $1 billion. Even Aquaman did $1 billion. Nobody even gives a fuck about no Aquaman. And yet he did better than BVS. He did better than Man of Steel. And from what I see, Zack Snyder's Justice League kind of underperformed. All the numbers I've seen have shown Zack Snyder's Justice League has underperformed. I think it said something about 1.5 million people watched it the first week, and only 30% actually finished the movie. Those are awful numbers. You think Warner Brothers went through all this chaos for years for that? Like, they can give us so many better movies with so much better results with less of a headache. I can see why they don't want to continue the Snyderverse. Let's look at Man of Steel, right? I like Man of Steel. I like Justice League. BVS is a mixed bag for me, but let's look at Man of Steel. We're looking at numbers and reviews and stuff like that. Stuff studios actually care about. Man of Steel, BVS, and Justice League all have iffy reviews. Like, BVS got hammered with bad reviews when it came out from critics and audiences alike. Man of Steel was a mixed bag for a lot of people. A lot of people couldn't get into Snyder's, dark Superman. And Zack Snyder's Justice League, for the most part, it has good reviews, but not everyone's on board with it exactly. So, you got this universe that's basically only for a certain amount of people, and a lot of other people aren't going in too well with it. And then you look at the box office. Guardians of the Galaxy even beat Man of Steel in the box office. BVS couldn't even crack $1 billion, and it had Batman and Superman on the big screen for the first time. Not to mention Wonder Woman, for the first time ever, appeared on the big screen. That stuff alone should have gotten it $1 billion. The fact that it didn't make $1 billion, I think, really showed Warner Brothers, okay, this guy can't deliver us the box office numbers we need and we want. But these movies ain't cheap. These studios, they want a certain amount of money after investing their money into it, Yeah, it's not like BVS made like $960 million. It's not like it was almost close to $1 billion. It's like, what, 840 it did at the box office worldwide? Not very good, considering it was a Batman and Superman movie. It only performed about, what, not even $200 million more than Man of Steel? When they had Batman, Wonder Woman, Lex Luthor, Doomsday, and there was like huge hype for it. We're like, oh yeah, we're gonna see Batman and Superman fight. What's more hype than that? This movie should have made $1 billion. It should have done in-game type numbers, but no, Zack couldn't do that either. And I guess we can't really speak too much on Justice League with Zack Snyder because it didn't actually release in theaters. It was just on HBO, so it was a completely different situation. But the Justice League movie itself that Warner Bros. Released flopped like hell. It was terrible box office numbers. Just awful. And Warner Bros. Is getting better results with some of their other movies. I mean, I know Shazam and Birds of Prey were kind of flops as well, but they're still making sequels to that, so it's probably just because of how much of a headache it is. They've been getting bullied for years to release a Snyder Cut. And they finally released the Snyder Cut, and people are now saying, restore the Snyderverse. And they're probably just like, we're tired of having to deal with these fucking fans that just want more and more and more. They're tired of just dealing with that headache, so they're just moving on from Snyder and his universe. And I can see why, But yeah, I'd love to see the Snyderverse continue, but I just don't think it's going to happen. I really don't see why Warner Bros. Would want to do that. Then again, I didn't see the point of them doing the Snyder Cut, because it's like, I still remember before the Snyder Cut was announced, I was like, why would Warner Bros. Want to waste their money and time in the Snyder Cut? Because then that would just show everybody that they fucked up when they got rid of Zack Snyder's version for Joss Whedon's. And they just be shooting themselves in the foot. I didn't think they'd release a Snyder cut, but they did. Somewhat. I don't know, because now Snyder's over here showing Green Lantern pictures like, oh, look what was supposed to be in my movie. I'm like, okay, Zack. The movie was already 4 hours long. How many fucking characters did you want to put on it, for God's sake, you know? I don't know. So much shit with Zack Snyder. It's just so much drama and a headache. I can see why the studio is just tired of dealing with this guy and his fucking crazy-ass fans. In fact, like, Zack Snyder is fucking Jesus Christ himself. It's really weird. Never seen a director have so many crazy-ass fanboys like this. Like, you go on Instagram and shit, bro, there's so many fucking pages that are like, oh yeah, we must support Snyder, but yet, apparently they ain't supporting him enough because his movies don't do all that well in the box office. Especially not compared to Marvel. Marvel has how many billion-dollar movies now? It's just crazy. But yeah, that's it, guys. You think we're gonna see the Snyderverse? I really doubt it myself, but let me know what you guys think in the comment section below.